What's going down, man? Sorry, yo, we're trying to get this camera action going so I can actually unbox this thing. Trying to find a good angle. Yeah, how that goes. Might have to plop this puppy right down here with your boy. Sorry about the messy house. Alright, there she is. Screw it. What's going down, everybody? It's your boy, Big Drewski. Welcome to another edition of Spacebucket Growing with Drewski. You're going to be listening to this later. If you're on Instagram, holla! We got the Instagram live going right now. What's going on, CJ? It's your boy. But this is the unboxing episode of The Beast. The Beast is here. We are getting everything rocking and rolling. We've got in front of us, if you're watching this on Instagram Live, we've got our package from Rainman Spacebucket Microgrows. That's our sponsor. But what we got is as if we were shopping at their Etsy store. So what you get shipped to you, and I believe you have to pay some shipping because this box weighs in, from what UPS says, is about 19 pounds. So this 19-pound box, we're going to get to opening this thing up here pretty quickly, and we're going to get to the insides of this bad boy. So, you know, got our nice little Swiss Army knife action here. We're about to pop her open, see what's go down. You know what I'm talking about? So, here we go, folks. Oh, snap. I'm a little bit too excited about this because I know what's coming via Instagram, but at the same time, I had no clue of how big this thing was going to be, what's going to come in it, like the whole thing. Like, I knew, but I don't know. So here we go. So as we open up this package here, my man, CJ, let's see what you sent us to read to the good people of the Spacebucket Growing with Drewski show. So, the Elevated Lifestyle crew, this is from CJ. To the crew of Elevated Lifestyle, gratitude, gentlemen. So, what we have here, I believe, are some instructions. Looks like this thing's thick as miles, bruh. Oh snap! Ooh, we got an instruction manual. All right, so this is so we know how this is supposed to go. So we actually have instructions from Mostly Safe 8. So this is going to come in your package first. So you get a nice little, it's looks like 3-page instructional packet here. And it reads, welcome to Spacebucket Indoor Microgrow. You are beginning a hobby that will provide you fun and enjoyment, as well as a harvestable product, all in the private confines of your own home. After you purchase, you receive a grocery list of items to obtain before your space bucket arrives. This would include a GFCI adapter, safety first, drain pan with a 15-inch diameter to place under the space bucket, Fox Farms Happy Frog potting soil, Fox Farms Ocean Forest soil, Fox Farms trio of nutrients. You got Big Bloom, Grow Big, and Tiger Bloom, CalMag, Blackstrap Molasses, pH up and down with tester, and humidity temp monitor. Grab the GFCI adapter and the drain pan because you'll use them during the setup of your space bucket. Unpack. Open the shipping box and withdraw the contents. Set the packaging aside and check contents. Count to ensure you have two spacers, bucket body, UFO LED spacer, and UFO LED. If you're missing any pieces, please contact us immediately at mostlysafe8@gmail.com so we can set things right immediately. Return receipts are included just in case. Just contact Amazon with the appropriate receipt and it will take care of your needs. Assemble. Once all parts are accounted for, take the UFO LED spacer with the UFO LED box, the bucket body, the 2 outlet timer, the drain pan, the GFCI adapter into the room you intend to grow. Set the drain pan down where you want to station your space bucket and then place your space bucket inside the drain pan. Body. Turn the space bucket around so you're looking at the power strip. Plug the 2 outlet timer into the uppermost plug-in slot. Note how this extends down and covers up the plug-in slot below it. Set the timer to your current time, then flip the toggles between 2 p.m. and 8 p.m. This sets the timer to off during those 6 hours. More on that below. Those next 2 lower plug-ins under the timer will be for the fans. Go ahead and plug those in now. Then plug the GFCI adapter into the wall and you're going to plug the space bucket into. Now, that GFCI adapter is the difference between being electrocuted and receiving a shock. So please consider this as a mandatory for any and all space buckets. Serious business. Now we're going to plug it in. Now's the time to check the fan. So plug your space bucket power strip in and check the airflow, both intake and outtake or exhaust. Pretty strong, huh? Go ahead and unplug the power strip from the GFCI adapter in the wall, and let's move on to the UFO LED. So, as we've built space buckets before, and like I told you last episode, I don't read instructions. I just get to work. Here's how it goes, folks. So we're about to get unpackaging this thing right now. So, as of right now, in front of me, you got this nice box, nice package, protected setup here. A lot of protection around your investment, because this is a nice hefty investment for y'all who are about to get into growing space buckets here. But this investment includes a nice little few things. So this is our UFO lid, cut out with the fan and the plug adapter, so that fits right in there. It's also been lined with foil tape already and matched down into here. It's already been pre-drilled, so you can already just hook this up, set it up, get it going. Under that, we got our fans. Let's see what kind of fans we got here. Oh, no. Okay. That's the connecting pieces for our UFO. So we've got their plug, we've got hangers, we've got instruction manuals, all kinds of good old stuff. So that's right there. We have, let's see, next up we have the bucket body that we're about to pull out of this box here. Lies. LED light spacers coming out next, looks like. Or spacers just in general. So, we've got spacers, fans, whole lot of stuff to pull out here. So, we're just going to get to work. Nice lot of protective packaging. Love that, because this investment here. Actually, let's get this box out next. So, in this box here that's provided, we have, it looks like we got another LED light. Nice. This one's a little thinner than the Galaxy Hydro. This is the Apollo Horticulture 180 watt UFO LED that's going to go inside the spacer there. This is going to mount in there and get hooked up. So that's our LED light. We should plug everything, make sure everything's working, but we'll get to that in a hot second. Now we're going to pull out, we've got light timer, 2 outlet, grand hooplas. So we have 2 spacers, pre-built or cut and then lined with foil tape. We got 2 of those inside this package here. And then our bucket body, which is super dope, because I see something that looks massively familiar to me right now. Hoods. So, okay, for those of y'all who don't know, what I did was I created some hoods on my CFL Spacebucket. If you look right there. Sorry about that, y'all. If y'all on Instagram, you will see this later on. If you've seen the pictures of my build, then you already know what's going on with that. But they built hoods over the fans, which is super dope. But it does make for a very side-heavy space bucket, as the fans are pretty much mounted, I would call, on the same side. I would have done one where that one is, and then across from it, I would have done an exhaust. But this is from Rainman. This is the kind of the setup that you'll get. So, oh wow, we've got everything pretty much set up here for us. So we just got to get to getting this together, putting everything up, and getting everything going. So in the package that we got from our sponsor, we have our bucket body with our 2 fans, already lined with foil tape, holes cut, fan adapters, hoods, so there's no light leakage. And then you got your adapter on the side. LED light came with that, 180 watts. Light lid and spacers. So everything came exactly as it should. Right now we're going to plug things in and make sure they all work and this and that, da 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 da. And yeah. So I'm kind of excited. I've got a 3-gallon smart pot sitting outside with some soil getting prepped. I'm flushing right now. But to see that this space bucket's going to come together very nicely. So I'm actually going to test fit everything right now and make sure everything sits nice and pretty on there. Whoop. Sorry about that, y'all. If you're on Instagram live watching this, yeah, sorry about the blackout moments. But, so right now what I'm doing is I'm putting the spacers in to see how they sit against those fans. They actually don't, there's a little bit of gap, but they don't really hit the fans too much, so you can still get nice airway going. You got your other spacer sitting on there, and we've got our LED lid going on there right now just to test fit the buckets themselves, and that works nice and perfect. It still makes for a side heavy space bucket from what I'm noticing, and it's because of those fan shrouds. Those things are heftily constructed to be durable. Looks like they won't break. They hold the really big fans on there really nice. But I think once you get the LED set up in with the light lid, everything will go nice and smooth. It might balance out the weight, but if you're looking at it just from the perspective of like trying to put everything together, looking at everything, the bucket's gonna like fall over on you a couple of times before that happens, but it's all right. But we're going to install this LED light lid and check the weight on that. So this looks fairly similar to the last setup that I did. Putting together the LED spacer or the UFO onto the LED light lid. Seems like this is going to be a nice little fun setup here for us. Well, we got everything we need though. We got rubber fan gaskets, all kinds of stuff that came from Amazon with this thing. But all right, folks. So we've got everything all put together from the packaging as we should. The UFO LED is connected to the lid spacer. Both spacers are installed. Everything's all plugged in. It's been tested. Everything's working out nice and great. My only con to this is how the fans sit, affecting how your space bucket sits. And this is just an empty space bucket right now. And an empty space bucket, already doing the Leaning Tower of Pisa. For me, I personally, this is just me personally, off the rip, the unboxing would have moved the exhaust fan to where it's right, like perpendicular across from the intake fan, or vice versa, however you installed them. That's just me talking about how I would have done it, and I say that just because then it gives your space bucket like an even sit feel. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know how wide it is, you know how wide it's going to be. Unless you have your fans pointed against a wall, you know what I'm saying, or that side, like pushed against something. I've noticed on my flooring, on this, just on an empty space bucket, it's going to tilt. It will tilt on you. So just be careful of that. But I'm a little bit too excited right now. In front of me, I have 3 space buckets. So I've got my CFL build going. I have my sponsored LED build going. And then I have a professionally built space bucket from Rainman Spacebucket Microgrows to do something with. And when I say do something with, I kind of don't know what I want to do yet. I want to move the purple grenade into the beast under the higher wattage light and see what happens from there. And then start another seed here in the next couple of days. I'll get that planted and going. Try to get something extra flavorful. Probably another Oasis cultivation seed to start off. But have that going in the 135 watt. So that way we have 2 grows about, it'll be about 3 weeks apart if everything goes right. So that being said, I don't know where I want to be at right now, knowing that I have 3 space buckets. I can do 3 grows. I can move things around. I have the freedom now to do a perpetual grow, and doing that, I'll use the CFL build as a as like the seedling, early flower, move to the 135 watt for, early veg, move to the 135 watt for the rest of veg, into early flower, and then the flowering process into the beast. So that looks like the plan for now. But you never know what's going to happen. You never know who's going to participate in the space bucket movement here. But yeah, I'm gonna get to setting these timers. I gotta set these up so they're on an 18.6
They shut off at 10 a.m. They turn back on at 4 p.m. So I'm going to set this light timer up because I kind of have the freedom to do that with these two builds. Use the light timer on both LEDs. The spacer I can always add in and kind of take off when I need to. Or I can add it on to either one of these builds to increase yield. So it's a fun little factor thing that I have here, especially having a fully built space bucket from our sponsor. So, as contained in the package, you're going to get a nice little instructional set before you get your space bucket in the mail, telling you everything that you need to get and prepare for. And then it's on you from there, you know what I'm saying? You can use these things to grow potatoes, lettuce, cannabis, anything under the sun that you can think of that, you know what I'm saying, will grow up. I mean, you can grow it. If it grows in soil, you can pretty much almost grow it in here. So, you know what I'm saying? It's a cool little thing to have. And when I say cool little thing, it ends up being huge at the end of the day. I can already see the height differences in all these buckets. And, like, the Beast is set up for your introductory from seed, straight up, boom. And you know what? No. I figured out the plan. So what we're going to do with the Beast from seed, I know CJ wants us to start off from flower. I mean, consider this a flower bucket. But earlier in our conversations, we are also supposed to start from seed with this bucket. So that being said, with the higher wattage, I'm really excited to see what happens, seeing that with this 135 watt in the LED spacer that I have set up with that little bit of light boost, what's going on with the purple grenade, and the explosive growth that has happened there, and especially with this seed from Oasis Cultivations, just another thing that's gone on in this whole grow process, that we've got some really, really great genetics. We've got really great materials to grow with. We've got nutrients. We got the whole setup. So now it's just a part of actually getting things done. But what we're going to do is we are going to do it from seed grow and one of the 3-gallon smart bots with a seed from Oasis Cultivations in 180 watt. And we're just going to document the process. We got 3 grows. One is in flower. We've got one in early veg, and we're going to have one from seed. So I'm going to go in my collection. I'm going to go pick out a seed from Oasis Cultivations. Something sexy. Hopefully we get popped in here, you know what I'm talking about? And we're going to get things up and rolling, you know what I'm saying? So thanks for tuning in. This was the unveiling of the Beast. Man, super excited to get another grow started from seed, and to see what more LED lighting can do for me in my grow setup. So I'm going to configure my grow station here by moving some things around and getting some things lined up. And we're going to line up these space buckets, take some pictures for y'all, and we're going to get things going. So once again, this is your boy Big Drewski. Welcome to another edition of Space Bucket Growing with Drewski, and we are out of here.